on the stage is John Johannes, game director at Tango Gameworks, and Trent Haga, one of the writers on the project.
What's up, E3?
Welcome. You guys excited to be here?
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah,
Long flight for you.
Long flight for me. First time here, actually. So.
Oh, congrats.
The excitement is palpable. I can feel it.
Oh, yeah.
Off of the waves. I'm sure you can all feel it out there as well.
Absolutely. Before we actually start talking about the game, I know we have a very special message from Shinji Mikami, who unfortunately could not be here because he's obviously back in Japan working on the game. So let's see what Shinji has to say.
Hi.
Inoue-san, I have a note from Bethesda.
Enjoy. あ、わかった。これ読めばいいんでしょ。OK。English ね。I'm really excited to finally announce our new game. The team is hard at work here in Tokyo to bring it to you later this year. Please look forward to it. Thank you.
That's our boss.
That passion.
Yeah, it's amazing.
Does he ever wear the same hat more than once?
He's got many hats.
Yeah, I don't
Literally
remember.
and figuratively.
Yeah, it's many hats.
So many hats. John, for those who might be unfamiliar or maybe need a refresher, can you just tell us real quick what is this series? What is The Evil Within?
Well, The Evil Within is a survival horror series created by Shinji Mikami. And just like in the first game, you play Sebastian Castellanos, a detective, and who must dive into this sort of subconscious world to take over all these horrors that have appeared for various reasons. This game, we don't want to get into too many details yet, but yeah, this game is a little bit different from the first one because there's a lot more freedom involved in how you play the game, but it still maintains that survival horror aspect that we really set up in the original game as well.
Great. We'll definitely be talking a lot more about that in just a minute. John, this is not your first Evil Within game. You did a lot of work with the first one and especially the very well-received DLC. Can you talk about how your role has evolved?
Yeah, so I've been with Tango since they began. I was a game designer on the first Evil Within, and then on the two Kidman DLCs, The Assignment and The Consequence, I wrote and directed those, and now I'm game director on Evil Within 2.
Awesome. And Trent, congratulations on your film 68 Kill, recently winning the Audience Award at South by Southwest.
Thank you.
That's awesome.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Comes out in August.
Yeah, so, I mean, absolutely go
plug
check
it.
that
Yeah,
out.
exactly.
No,
Sorry.
plug it.
No plugs.
Great. What was it like shifting from writing horror movies to working with Mikami-san on this game?
It was a super incredible international adventure. You know, when I write a horror movie, I have a captive audience that I only have to keep entertained for an hour and a half. Whereas here, I don't have a captive audience. They have the option to have their character turn around and walk out of a room. Like if I write, the guy walks into a room, you have to. Whereas here, you don't. So it's a way bigger world. It's a lot more hours than an hour and a half to be able to do it, and the engagement with the player is in many ways more intense than the engagement with an audience in a theater. We have to think about the idea that if he goes in and talks to this character and then walks out, but then decides he wants to come back in, well, what's going to happen then? So it's a broader canvas to work with, and it was really exciting.
I personally love the horror genre because it's amazing in a way that a lot of other genres aren't. It can mean so many different things to every person. So I guess in the context of The Evil Within specifically, what is horror to you? What really catches you with this game?
For me, it's always about that sort of sense of mystery that you don't really fully grasp what's going on. The first game maybe went a little bit too far, I think, because it was very mysterious and a lot of mysteries. And this game too, it has that sense of mystery. I think the setup premise is a little bit more easier to grasp to begin, but there's when you finally get your hands on it, there's this sort of deep mystery about the world and about these characters, and especially about Sebastian, that you'll only see as you go further and take on some of these enemies and go search through this world that you find?
A lot has happened in the 3 years between these two games. In the Evil Within 1, Sebastian Castellano was a detective who got trapped in this horrifying world while investigating a series of murders. But now, where is he? What's he been doing these past 3 years' time?
Yeah, what Sebastian been doing 3 years ago? He had this beacon incident and tried to tell everybody, listen, I went into an alternate reality. It was crazy, and this was going on. And as soon as he got out, of course, anyone that corroborated his story is either dead or disappears on him. So everyone thinks that Sebastian's a paranoid, crazy guy. He's lost his job. He's been trying to approve of the existence of Mobius, the corporation who put him into the machine the first time. So when we pick up on this game, it's 3 years later, and he's sort of lost everything. He's lost his family, he's lost his job, and perhaps even lost some of his mind. And now it's time for him to, he gets the opportunity to sort of go back in and figure out what put him there.
So it is revealed in the beginning that Sebastian's daughter, who we thought he had lost in a fire even before the events of the first game, is still alive and is being used by this company Mobius, who's built this machine, STEM, and is inside that machine but is lost inside there. So as any parent would do in that situation, no matter what the consequences, he's ready to go in and face his every there to get his daughter back.
So the story trailer that you mentioned, we actually showed part of it during our showcase on Sunday, but now we have the full extended story trailer that we're going to reveal here right now.
Sebastian, for 3 years since Beacon happened, you've been searching for answers. Searching for me. You didn't find what you were looking for because they didn't want you to. But I'm here now, and I have the answers you're seeking. Although I'm not sure you want to hear them. Mobius knows you've been following us. You think you have an understanding of how powerful they are. They're everywhere, and they've been watching you for a long time. There never was a rookie detective Julie Kidman. You know that now. I was working for them the whole time. You took me under your wing, trained me, trusted me, and in return, I betrayed you. I'm sorry, but you just don't say no to them. Mobius needs you now, and if you accept our offer, you'll get something in return. This isn't going to be easy, but long before we met, you lost your daughter, Lily. I know you'll find this hard to believe, but she's still alive. We staged her death. We used her mind to create another STEM system, and now she's trapped inside it. Lily needs you. This is your chance to save her, to get back what you lost. But in order to do that, you're gonna need to go back into STEM.
An organization has taken on its technology and sort of developed it into a new machine which links people's consciousness together, and they can share it in this separate reality. And they have their own goals for it, which they think are quite good, but do not seem to ever serve that purpose of being good. Only bad things are good.
All right. Will he be going back in on his own? Is there any hope of backup once he's in there, or is he just...
He's
out of luck?
the last resort that they go to. There have been people, you'll find out when you play the game, there have been people who've been sent in before him, and you may or may not meet these people inside. But Sebastian is sort of the last resort that they're using to.
So why did these other people get sent into STEM? What's their goal?
Are we on spoiler alert?
Well, let's just say if you're a shadowy organization, you try to keep things internal before you have to go to
You don't want to call the washed up detective guy to come and save your ass at the end of the thing. You gotta say
It's not the first number on your phone.
Yeah, exactly.
Hello? Sebastian, are you there?
is Stefano. He's one of villains that you face in this game, and she's an artist. Now, why he's in this world or what he's trying to accomplish, I think that's really an interesting mystery that you're going to find out if you explore the game. And then there's one other villain who appeared at the end of the trailer. Who we'll just say his name now, which is Theodore. But we'll definitely get into more of these villains as the promotion continues, since we have going to display more about them.
All right, but perhaps more importantly, what is
Oh,
that?
this thing, yes. Actually, it's much cuter on my
It's
over
so
here.
cute on the button and horrifying up there.
Yes, that is Obscura, and Stefano has his own set of sort of villains. You remember the first game of Rubik had his own set of villains, and in the same way, Obscura is one of Stefano's creatures. And again, don't want to go into too much meaning about what it is, but I will tell you that it will come at you, and it will hurt you, and it will kill you.
I mean, does it kill you in a cool way at least?
Oh, it will. You can see its head is an old-fashioned camera. It enjoys the act of displaying its art that it creates when it sort of rips you apart.
Great.
Which will maybe happen to you when you play the game, yeah.
Fingers crossed.
Fundamentally, though, what we got it's a sequel. It's a bigger place. It's got more exploration. It's got more ways to be scared. It's got not one, but you just mentioned the names of two big bad guys. The idea
Double the fun.
amp it up, right? Amp it up.